Hi Anovies! You know what? These colors aren't feeling so right today. I wonder why that is. Let me go check my Wii real quick. Oh, that's why. I have a crappy game on my Wii called Sonic and the Black Knight. Let me get this trash out of here real quick. I'm gonna put in Sonic colors. There we go. Now these colors feel so right. Now that Sonic Colors in my Wii, I can finally get to start talking about this game. So Sonic Colors is one of the first Sonic games I beat. It's definitely not the first one I played, because I played a lot of Sonic games, and I just never beat them because I'm really dumb. But Sonic Colors is really good for stupid people like me. Despite the fact that I'm colorblind, believe it or not, this game does not evolve around the colors. It's just the name of the title, because the alien wisps you collect are different colors, and so they named it Sonic Colors evolved around each different wisp, because, you know, they're all different colors. And that's why it's called Sonic Colors. Wow, shocker, mind blown, chroma effect, whatever. Sonic Colors is just an ordinary Sonic game. Whole way through. I mean, the wisps are kinda new, but it's not, like, that new. So when this game came out, everyone loved it. But after the remake came out, and it was bad, everyone was like, ew, Sonic Colors sucks now because the remake ruined it. And like, you can't just make the game bad because the remake ruined it, that's stupid. Clearly, Sonic fans have never played a real bad game like Angry Birds Block Blast. You guys have it pretty good, believe it or not. You're probably like, get on with it, Galaxia, start the flippin' video already, or else I'm going to leave, and you're not going to get any watch time hours. Fine, I'll start my review, not because you want me to, because I want to. I guess. So when you boot up the game... Wait a minute, what the fuck? Where the fuck is the colors? Oh, whoa, wait a minute, sorry, I had my thing on grayscale. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, for real. When you jump into this game, Sonic is running, and it plays a song called Reach for the Stars. It should be called Reach for the Colors, because the game is called, you know, fucking Sonic Colors. Can't believe this right now. Alright, the story of this game. It's the most heartbreaking, most intense, most story-driven game ever. If this story doesn't make you cry, love, hate, laugh, I don't think you have a soul, because it's just a masterpiece of the storytelling. So the story starts off with Tails and Sonic. They notice the Eggman built a giant amusement park in space. And they're like, that's odd. So they have to see what Dr. Eggman's up to, because Dr. Eggman's evil and all that. So he has to be plotting something, right? Even though he literally just said he's not plotting anything, and that he's building this park for remorse and making up for his misdeeds. Does that sound like anybody to you guys? Yes, it's literally just MAGA lore from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. But Sonic and Tails don't think Dr. Eggman is being in the right here. They should just give Dr. Eggman the benefit of the doubt. Like, come on guys, there's no way he could be doing something evil by making an amusement park. Parks are fun and exciting. They can also be scary too when you're on a roller coaster. I get terrified when I'm on roller coasters. I sure hope there's no roller coasters in this game. So it turns out Dr. Eggman was kidnapping aliens and using their powers and like draining them dry. Whoa there, buddy. Do not clip that. That was not me. And wait a minute. Dr. Eggman, I thought you were a good guy. Kidnapping aliens is not a good thing. I can't believe he would lie to me at the beginning of the game. He's never going to atone for his misdeeds. Bro is not MAGA lore. Anywho, Dr. Eggman wants to use these superpower alien guys to be an all-powerful guy thing, and probably like take over the world and kill Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'm guessing it's up to Sonic and Tails to save all of them and break all the generators and whatever that are in the levels. You're probably like, that's so boring, and this plot sucks. It should be something like Sonic 06. All serious, no jokes whatsoever. Well, I'm sorry. This game has a lot of jokes, and it's probably my favorite Sonic game because of all the funny jokes. It does not take itself too seriously. They break the fourth wall all the time. Orbot and Cubot are the funniest characters in Sonic, actually. And they just say random nonsense, and it's funny. The Cube guy loses his voice box, he's like a cowboy at the beginning, and I go, ha ha ha, that's funny and cute, that's very quirky, I like it, I like funny Sonic, please make more funny Sonic games. So since this game takes more of a comedy route than the serious route Sonic Stories usually has, that's probably why people don't like this game that much anymore. It's like way too not serious, and people like the serious stuff, but serious stuff is beyond boring. So the story is kind of my cup of tea in this one, because the story is funny. And of course, you can't have great storytelling without, I mean, I guess it isn't good storytelling, it's more like funny storytelling, but this is my channel, so I can do what I want, okay? So I guess it really is great storytelling. But what I'm getting at is you can't have good story without good gameplay, which is the most important part of any game. But game critics won't say that because they'd rather play a game that takes 8 years and that it's not fun than to play a game that is like 5-ish hours that is really fun. But that's a different topic for a different day. So this game controls like a modern Sonic game, like Sonic Unleashed, Generations, and of course the greatest Sonic game, Sonic Forces. The gameplay is smooth in 2D and 3D. The 2D sections are a little rough for me, but I think that's just a me issue. I wouldn't say it's like horrible, but jumping feels a bit weird in the 2D sections. The 3D sections are basically perfect. Everything feels good from running, drifting, Sonic and Drift like my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Yes, I know, that's so funny. You're welcome, I'm hilarious. I love targeting on the enemies with the targeting attack. It always feels so good just to target on an enemy and smash it into smithereens. And even in the air, you can do a combo and target onto enemies in the air, and it just feels so good to do. The boost makes you super overpowered and destroys all the enemies in your path. Makes you feel invincible, which I already am, so it doesn't really matter. Is that a Sonic Adventure reference? It doesn't matter. And then, you can't forget about the Wisp. Actually, yes, you can forget about the Wisp, because they aren't even that important. I mean, of course they are in this game, because this is the game they were introduced in, and they're the ones you use the most in, but I just forget they exist all the time. But in this game, they're used for super cool power-ups, like shooting yourself up in the air, or drill dozing through the ground. That was a drill dozer reference. They are useful to get you the S rank, so you have to use them, and not just play the game like a normal Sonic game. You have to use the Wisp to get the S ranks most of the time. I do like the laser, though. The laser shoots you across the map when you use it correctly, and it's fun. I like the laser. I do fucking hate that cube. That cube, we're not playing Minecraft. Get rid of the cube. Sega, get rid of the cube. Never bring the cube back in. If I see this cube person in my flipping place again, I'm gonna flipping kill it. I'm gonna flipping grab a pixel gun 3D and shoot it. Because I hate the cube. The cube sucks. Remove cube. Now for the levels. Each world is super unique and memorable. The first one is, well, Tropical Resort. It's, well, a resort that is not really tropical, but, you know, it's close enough. It's the first act you play, so it's like the tutorial. It's super awesome, you get bright lights, carnival background, Dr. Eggman is talking on the announcement, which is super funny. Tropical Resort is the perfect first area, showing you Dr. Eggman's funny personality, and the gameplay is really fun and easy and slowly putting you into the game. Sweet Mountain is literally just Kirby's Dream Buffet, but better. But let me be honest, I think everything is better than Kirby's Dream Buffet. Sweet Mountain has a bunch of sweets, believe it or not. There's a cake, other foods everywhere. I like this area. It's cute, but it's also nasty. You know, people's feet has been on that, and the food is not recommend eating. You should be eating somewhere healthy, like Burger King. They do nothing to your food at all. There's Starlight Carnival. I don't really see where the carnival comes from. That was more in Tropical Resort. But you're in space with like a floating platform thing. It's super cool. The camera zooms in and out. It goes all over the place. The scope is really good. It's pretty fun too, just not as fun as the other levels, but it's more cinematic than all the other levels. It's very pretty, there's all the lights and the stars. But where the fuck is the carnival games? Dr. Eggman, you can't false advertise like this. 0 out of 10, man. Planet Wisp is, well, a planet with, you know, Wisp in it, but it seems like Dr. Eggman is terraforming it into be an attraction. Seems a little evil, Dr. Eggman. I can't believe you turned it into an attraction. That seems like something that an evil person would do. It also seems like something that would be in Kirby Planet Robot. Besides the useless reference, it's fun, I guess. It's not that fun to look at. It's just, it looks like a forest type of thing. It's just a bunch of green. I mean, it's okay. It's alright. Aquarium Park. Would you believe me if I told you that this map was an aquarium? Because you would be right. It also has everyone's favorite type of levels here. Water levels. Which I don't like so much. This is the only world I really don't like all too much. I mean, when it's not in the water, it's okay, it's nice looking, but I hate having the fear of drowning. But Sonic's ability to jump infinitely in water is so kind and nice. Thank you, Sega, I guess, for making this game a little more baby just for me. I do like the little ninja robot guys. They are very cute in their little ninja suit outfit things. I like them a lot. Asteroid Coaster? What the hell? There's roller coasters? I'm terrified of those things. Okay, Asteroid Coaster is a coaster that has asteroids by it. I don't know, it's kind of terrifying. Like, if it stops midway through, you're just stuck in space. Like, how are you gonna get down? I mean, I guess the coaster looks fun if it wasn't so scary, But like, when you're off the coaster, it's amazing. Like, you could smash this little debris in space and get the little frenzy wisp and destroy everything in your path. I love when games let me destroy everything in my path. I love to destroy things. I wish it would let me destroy that stupid coaster because it's terrifying. But yeah, each world is super unique and fun from each other, which Sonic games are usually really good at doing, unlike Mario where it all just feels samey, which isn't a bad thing. Mario's still fun. I don't want Mario fans to get me, because there's one thing scarier than Sonic fans. It's Mario fans. Also, the soundtrack for this game is phenomenal. No bad tracks at all. Even when they had the remake, they couldn't even mess up the songs because they were still catchy in their own way, even though they were worse. They just weren't bad. Like, you can't ruin the Sonic soundtrack, like the Sonic Color soundtrack. It's just really good. Even though Asteroid Coaster is very scary, the theme is amazing. The bosses in these games are kind of nothing. There's like 2 Ferris wheel bosses. There's a pirate guy, and then there's the spaceship from Starlight Carnival. They're all just kind of forgettable, but the levels make up for it. I don't think Sonic ever had really that amazing of bosses, except for like the final one, probably. So now, the finale of this game. So Dr. Eggman's mind control device, which I forgot to explain that he has, that he was working on, not really important, because you probably don't care about the story, and if you do, literally play any other Sonic game unless you're like me, and who likes the comedy. Anywho, the mind control device is super unstable, and the park is crumbling, and Sonic and Tails need to get the crap out of there. You guys know Sonic for having super cool epic final fights, like the Bio Lizard, and the super cool infinite fight from Sonic Forces that wasn't really that cool. Don't worry, this is the most epic final boss fight ever. But first you have to go through Terminal Velocity, which is you running down a giant elevator thing. It's very epic. And in this cutscene, Sonic is pushing Tails in the elevator. It's so heroic. Even though I'm pretty sure Tails can fight Eggman on his own, but whatever, that's besides the point. And now it's time for the most epic Sonic boss fight ever. So the final fight I've been hyping up is Dr. Eggman in his Wisp armor. I am not saying the actual name of that armor. So remember how I said this was the most epic final fight ever? Well, forget I said that, because it's not. But the remix of the main theme as the final boss theme is absolutely crazy. I love that, and it's one of my favorite songs in the game. It's just so intense and cool. The fight itself is kind of lame. It's just Dr. Eggman using Wisp powers against you and that stupid cube power. Once you beat Dr. Egghead, you blast him off again like Team Rocket. And then he has a little fireworks that shows his face. That's kind of funny. And I like funny stuff like this. Sega, please do more funny stuff like that. But since the thing is unstable, it starts to explode or something, and it forms some sort of black hole, which sucks up Dr. Eggman, and so Sonic has to outrun the black hole. He doesn't actually outrun the black hole, believe it or not. I don't know why people think he does. I thought you guys said Sonic outran this black hole. He ends up getting hit by it and is only saved by the Wisp. I can't believe the Sonic community lied to me. They would never do such a vile deed. But Sonic gets saved by the Wisp and put back on his planet, and then it's a cute ending of them saying thank you to each other for helping each other. The Wisp leave him and never return again until the next game because everybody was dying to have the Wisp back, especially that stupid cube! Dr. Eggman does survive the black hole thing, and then Cubot and Orbot push his little Eggmobile around. They're so funny. I love those 2 little robot guys. Sonic Colors is my favorite Sonic game. It's the perfect blend of fun gameplay and funny cutscenes. It makes you want to sit through the whole game. Even if the story isn't even serious, it doesn't matter. I mean, I still don't mind serious plots in my games, but having comedy just pushes the game along so nicely for me. The game is awesome looking and it's fun to play. If you're gonna play this game, play this game. It's a Sonic game. If you like Sonic games, play this, please. It's good, I promise. Don't listen to the people that played the remake and said it's bad. It's fine. The remake's even fine. The remake's fine too. Play it. Play Sonic Colors. Just remove the cube. Remove the cube.